Start recording. Turn this up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with episode 22 of Zed Daily. Today I have Imferno from Catch Me Ridin Derby with us. How you doing, sir?
Good. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. So I want to take it back a little bit. When did you find Zed, and when did you buy your first horse?
Oh man. So when I first found Zed, I was pretty big into Axie. I played Axie a lot. So there was kind of like this chat room where they posted different NFT ideas. and someone put like a little, hey, there's your horses. It was around April Fool's Day, so I thought it was an April Fool's joke, and I was like, "Wait, you can race horses online? That's crazy." so I sort of that thought passed, and then the weekend came, and I saw people were actually racing these things on Twitter. And I was like, what? I want to do that. I'm going to check it out. So I went online, went in Discord. I thought I did some research. I bought like the first three horses that I saw, and they were all terrible, but I had a lot of fun doing it. So after losing my first 50 races or so, I was like, man, I kind of want to win a race. So I dug a little deeper. I was trying to look into odds and stuff, and then I kind of went down the rabbit hole of just trying to figure stuff out. I mean, we didn't really have the know your horses and stuff. Like none of the data was there. I was manually tracking things in Excel, trying to find the good stats and stuff.
So what was like the best race horse that you bought after you bought those three horses? What was like, well, what was your strategy you went about to buy this horse, and then what horse was it?
Oh yeah, so when I started, breeding wasn't out yet. They were sort of waiting because they had just moved to Polygon. So I had bought a couple of Genesis horses and I started to breed them. They were all bad, so I started to flip them for more than I was able to. So I started flipping horses, trying to build up a little bit. And the first horse that I got was Moonlight Graham, and that was one of the bred horses. When I raced against it, I saw it had some really good stats. So I looked into it and I was like, man, this guy's getting 5-6 odds every time. So I picked that up for 1.25 Ethereum. I think it's like an elite Finny. At the time, everyone was kind of like, oh, Genesis. And people thought I was crazy for spending 1.25 on an elite Finny. But I started to, rack up a bunch of wins and, it paid itself off. It was a good decision. So that was the first one. The second one, a little bit later, once I was starting to flip horses and build a little bit of cash from Moonlight Graham's winnings, I spent 3 Ethereum on main event. So that was out there. I saw an ad from, I think it was craft trading company, on Twitter, and it said main event. And I said, look at these stats. So I liked that a lot. Picked up that horse, and then pretty soon I was just wrecking class 4 and 5 and just winning a ton of races. I think at the time, like right now, they have probably 15, 16% win percentage. They were at like 20, 25, and just in the big markets every time, racking it up. It was nice.
So was main event, was that, how'd you go about racing this horse? Was this a synthetic U horse to where you could keep it down in a low class and then race big money, or did you race it up into class 1?
So he main event was just, I mean, it got last more than it got first, but the odds every time were really good. And it was, it could win any distance, it could get 12th any distance, and it just kept going. So I didn't really care if I got 12th or first. I calculated that I made much more from winning the first than from all the last places that I got. It just sort of kept going. You sort of see the same horses all the time.
Okay. So beyond main event, which horse in your stable is your favorite, if you had to pick one?
Oh man, so a little bit after getting main event, saved up some more money, and they actually had a drop because I missed the first drop, and then I joined the next drop, and that's when I picked up Jumbo. So I got Jumbo unraced on the drop, and it was sort of a little bit late. I logged in, and there was a bunch of Z1s left, and I was like, "What? No one wants these Z1s?" So went in, picked up Jumbo, raced her, which I think most people would probably kill me for racing a Z1. I've raced a bunch of them, and it was a good horse. So Jumbo's up there. It's hard to pick a favorite though. It's probably Jumbo. I like Raid Mundo's in the sprinting category. I like Jen Cobbler as my marathon runner because she's I love odds, and I miss the odds, but it was nice seeing those kind of odds, and you kind of know how you stack up, and as they move to class 1, you kind of know who your go-to horses are.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
did you think like, hey, I have main event, now I want a general overall good horse, and then now I have Jumbo, I want a sprinter, so you went and got Rey Del Mundo. Did you want a horse that could cover all bases, or did you want a horse for like each type? You wanted a sprinter horse, a mid horse, and a marathon horse? What was your game plan for acquiring these guys?
Yeah, well, to be honest, when I first started, it was just about trying to accumulate as much profit as possible racing, right? So, I mean, I didn't care if they were, Genesis Z1s, or, it could be a pacer for all I care. If they're winning races and making money, like I want that horse. So it was sort of building up the winners. And as I raced a bunch of times, like I probably have the most races in Zed out of everyone, I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm on there all the time. But I know all the horses on the platform. So you see the same one. So if one goes on sale, you know how that one stacks up against everyone else, right? So I sort of have a list of those that I want. It didn't really matter if it was a sprinter, if it was distance, if I have a lot of horses in the same distance funnel or category or whatever. Like I want those. And sometimes I fill up the race 3 or 4 of my own horses just because you get a chance to win it.
Get it to fill real quick too.
Yeah, and for a while I ran a lot of like I had the horse called Psyduck, and I think it was probably the most hated horse on the platform at the time because it would dominate class five, but like at the $2 races, and so it would win a bunch of those, but it would get a lot of the new players mad. So I was like, oh, I kind of don't want to do that anymore. So that's when I kind of switched my strategy from going like $2 races to the big buy-ins. And as you go into the big buy-ins, then you see those killer horses.
Okay, that's cool. So how do you go about racing on a day-to-day basis? Are you waking up at a certain time? Do you put in a certain amount of hours? What's your day-to-day look like on Zed Run?
I'd say it's flexible, but I mean, Zed's kind of it's been life, So you kind of wake up Zed, right? Right before you go to sleep, you Zed, and like before, I played before stamina, so I mean, I was all day, race all day, and it was funny because I'd look in general chat and be, you're riding derby sleep between these hours and these hours. So we gotta go race. I felt bad, but then I didn't feel bad. I mean, it's a game. You're taking money, so that is what it is. So, but now with the new stamina changes, like that was a pretty nice. I mean, I didn't love it because I couldn't race all day, but I liked it because it gave me a little bit more balance. Where I don't have to be here all the time. I sort of. I mean, I still am here all the time, but you know when your horses are tired, and you sort of throw it in the morning and a little bit later. And then before you go to bed, you put in the big buy-ins where the races are harder to fill because then you can sleep and hopefully the race runs.
Right, gotcha. Yeah, you can come in the morning, get your what 9 races in, come back 12 hours later, get your other 9 races in.
Yeah, I'm a total no life Zedder, so
Me too, me too, man.
it's
So,
fun.
how do you go about breeding in your stable? Do you have the blood tool? Do you have like any set in stone theories that you have right now? What's your plan?
Yeah, so I don't use a blood tool. I mean, I've heard really great things about a couple of them. I'm looking to try them out, but I just didn't want to spend money on that. Like I sort of have been experimenting. I have a lot of horses. I have my theories of what's proven successful in the past. One of the big things that I've noticed is the failed super coat theory. So you go for two coats of the same color. If it's a failed super coat, it has a good chance to be a pretty decent horse. And even if it is a super coat, like Ray Del Mundo is a super coat. So there's some really great horses with that sort of background. So that's one thing that I look at. Another thing I like to do is I've been loading up on Genesis Finney's, Genesis Sabos, because I like to sort of cross bloodlines. So it's expensive to cross, Zabos into Nakamoto, but I mean, I still do it sometimes. But Finney into Zabo, or even Buterin into Finney, back and forth. Those are sort of the sweet spot where you can kind of get a great horse for not too much. And if you breed Finneys together, they almost always flame in the Griffin like a Z10, Z11. So you sort of have a good feeling of going into there and then figuring out where the success is. So that's two of them, and then three. So I like mostly legendary horses. Legendary horses seem to be really good bred horses, but also when I'm breeding, I have more success usually in addition to the legendary horses if you breed, exclusive into a Genesis, for example, and mix that sort of bloodline. I'm noticing a little bit of a success rate there where you're flaming more, you're winning more, and the horses are pretty decent. So I mean, those three together, it's kind of throwing stuff at the wall and see what sticks. And there's one more thing that I've kind of noticed. I'm not a great data person, but I've noticed that if you get like a strong base ability where like the curve is kind of like this, where you get a lot of first place, second, third, and you mix it with like the A-shaped horses, where they sort of finish more in the middle, those combinations seem to work better in general than when I breed like two of the same really strong base ability horses together. I mean, it's kind of weird how it worked out because you think like these two great parents would breed the super horse, but it hasn't worked out. I mean, I'd say it's probably better to breed the strong base ability into the A-shaped horses recently, but that's just what I've noticed. I mean, I don't know what the blood tools say.
Right.
So weird theory.
Which horse have you bred that's like your best one, and which one of those theories did you use to breed that horse?
Oh man, so I have a couple. So there's the first one was Cobbler Shock. That's it was Gin Cobbler into Shock Factor, I think, and they were both super coats, not super. They were both the same color. It was my Z6 Finney into a Z3 Zabo, and also I think Gin Cobbler has this really great base ability, and Shock Factor had like the A shape. So those three, plus I looked at all the offspring of Shock Factor, and they look pretty decent. So kind of just using common sense, like, okay, if this horse is having good offspring without that strong base ability, then it could turn out well. So that horse sort of did well. It flamed early on. It got a flame in like a really big buy-in in class 4. So I kind of knew I had something really good. and now it's in Class 1 winning races. So that's a great one. The second one is Banhammer. So that one, you raced against that one. But that one's also same thing. I had a Z3 Zabo. I bred it into a Z2 Naka. And they had the same color, same sort of factors. And that horse is also winning in Class 1 as well. It's doing pretty well.
That's cool. So when you go about these theories, if these horses don't turn out to be race horses, do you have a plan to cut your losses at a certain point, or do you hold on to them for breeding in the future?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, I have a ton of just horses that have pretty good blood that I've bred, and I'm just holding on to them. I'd like to sort of flip them if I can, sometimes just to cut losses, but it's good also to have some good blood in your stable, right? So, you sort of, I have, 3 different stables. So one with the males, one with the females, and one for racing. So you kind of know, and it's interesting too, because it's more fun. It takes me a long time to breed because I'm always constantly looking like, okay, this is blood. I want to mix it with that blood. You kind of mix like the different one. Like I have like a Rey del Mundo child mixed with like another child, and you sort of breed them together, and it didn't turn out so well. But you figure you try it enough times and you see how it works. But it's also good to sort of realize losses. And I've also been selling some unraced horses too to sort of help me breed other things, just because it's expensive, right? So I mean, breeding all the time and you're just putting money in and not selling any is not good.
Right.
Well, not good in my pocketbook.
Right. Do you ever have a fear that unraced horse that you're gonna sell is gonna be a monster?
All the time. I used to race every single horse I got, like without fail. I had over probably 200 Genesis Griffin races like since I started. But that's when they were a bit cheaper, and I would start it. And if the Genesis horse wasn't bad, I would just flip it. And eventually, the difference between the unraced and the race became so large that I said, well, I'm just going to keep it, right? So now I have a bunch of Genesis, like Buterins and Finnies, that I just breed together every time. And I'm starting to sell those legendaries in the race. And it hurts me because I know that some of those are going to be really good horses. I mean, look at Diamonds, right? So that was unraced when you got it. So there's always that fear in the back of my mind. It's like, thanks, Derby, for like the champion racehorse. And I'm like,
and it's the one that you sell, right? Like you'll keep 99% of them, but that one you sell just happens to be the good one, right?
Exactly. But you know what? If they buy my unraced horse and it's a winner, good for them. It makes me happy. I'll reproduce that same thing every time. Maybe it'll increase the value, and I could race the next one. So.
And it's going to raise the value of the parents, right? If it shows that they can breed a good offspring, then that just raises their value as well.
It does. I've noticed that there's some Genesis horses that consistently have good offspring, and those will sell for a premium, right? Or sometimes you can get a really cheap one. You look on Haku or Know Your Horses for like their offspring, and they have some pretty good ones, and they're down below floor. You can scoop that up.
I like that. So I think you first came on my radar. I joined in August, I believe, like right around the start of August. And then I believe it was 1 or 2 weeks later, they had the Digital Derby. And my favorite part about the Digital Derby was this 5 Ethereum 1v1 head-to-head match. Because one, you guys had the marketing, the talking shit, you built it up and all that stuff. And it was kind of like in the middle of the show, and it was a 1v1.
Oh, yeah.
What was the story of how you became to be a part of the Digital Derby, and why'd you pick Jumbo?
Oh, man. So I think it was a while back. I got a message. I think it was Closet Nerd, the guy that sort of did the whole show. He's a great guy. So he put that on, messaged me, asked if I was interested, and I was like, oh yes, like let me in. I want to be part of these like 12 stables. That'll be amazing. I'd be honored to do it. So he sort of said, yeah, that's cool. And I was also sort of in the area when they were going to film it. And I think nobody else really wanted to do a bet. So he gave me props. He's like, no one, like, well, he wanted to do 100 Ethereum. And I'm like, well, I don't even have 100 Ethereum to game. Like, so he said, 5, and I was like, it's kind of steep, but okay, let's do it. So, so he sent me down to San Diego where we filmed it. I hung out with him and his friends, who were a great crew of guys, the factory guys. I did talk a lot of smack, but we were kind of all sitting next to each other. Like as someone went and talked a bunch of smack, we were like, oh my God. So that was mostly for show. Like they're actually great guys. We hung out and stuff. But so that's how we kind of started. And as soon as I sort of knew the stable that I was going to race, like I went through, I looked at the stable. I asked a couple of good friends, like, hey, what do you think about their stable? What do you think? And they sort of pointed out a couple horses, and I think we all sort of came to the conclusion that they were going to race this one called Swagger. which was, I think it's a Z2, I think it's a Genesis. And so I was thinking like, I can run a U-shaped horse, but that's going to give me a coin flip, right? Mm-hmm. And if I'm going to be racing, this horse, which had a really good Griffey odds, but sort of ran free races up until then, I said I need jumbo, because I know jumbo can kind of like go from 12, from 1,000 to 2,400 and still have a chance to win it, right? So I mean, it's kind of an easy, like, now that you think about it, it's easy to pick a Z1 in this like big stake showdown. But at the time, I was sort of thinking about it, because it was sort of, ooh, do I pick a main event? And like, Graham, I don't even know. We didn't even know what distance. But that's how I picked jumbo. I mean, it's my best horse. It sort of remains my best horse. So that's the one I got. I go to battle.
How high was the anticipation or the nerves or all that stuff before the race and during the race?
Oh man. So we were at one of the guys' house filming it. So I was like, one way or another, like, something's gonna happen. So it was pretty intense. I was pretty nervous. My family was with me in San Diego, but they weren't there at the house filming. And so we were all watching together, like our nerves were going crazy. And what bugged me though is, if you watch the race again, like, Jumbo sort of broke, and it just kind of like tailed off and started dying, and like Swagger started to come back, and I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna catch me. And I thought for sure I had lost it, but he sort of, Jumbo knows him at the very end, and it was intense. I couldn't even believe it.
That's what makes Zed like real, right? Once you're once you're in a Redwood City Classic or a 5 Ethereum race, it gets real fast. Like, this is a real race, and we got some real money on the line here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who the horses are. I mean, it's any race. You could win any race. You gotta shoot your shot in that.
So what did your family say when you came back and you're like, hey, my digital horse just won 5 Ethereum?
They were pretty happy. I mean, when I first started Zed, they were kind of like, you're doing what? Like, you're spending how much? And but when I won, they were pretty happy. So we went to dinner, we celebrated. I couldn't tell many people what happened, because they were gonna talk about it later on. But my immediate family knew about it. So they were happy, and they sort of now approve what I do. At the time my wife was like, hey, you're racing these horses, like, okay, you're making some Ethereum, but I don't see them, right? You're just putting in more horses. So
you got to pull the money out to make them like believe that it's real, or to show them that, like, because my mom, she's like, I think it's a scam. I'm like, it's not a scam, Mom. I bought this horse for $4,000, right? And then she goes and makes breakfast one day, and she walks back in here. I'm like, hey, I just won $1,000. She's like, in the time that I made breakfast and walked back in here, you made $1,000. I'm like, digital horses.
No, it's funny.
You just got to be able to justify it, or show them, or show like people that you can make real money on this game, right?
Yeah, no, my brother-in-law, like, he's into NFTs now, and he tells his girlfriend, and she just kind of shakes her head. She's like, well, I don't see the money. But I think that's for most NFT people, where there's so much like interesting things in the space that and there's so much opportunity that you want to continue to grow. If you take the money out, like, I mean, it's great to take profits, but you're also kind of doing, you're foregoing other opportunities in this. It's good to have like a balance, probably. You take some profits and you sort of reinvest others, right?
100%. So how'd you get into Axie? Because if you were into that before Zed Run, what was your long-term strategy on Axie when you got into there? Because I saw that you had like a scholarship. You did some donation thing for when their homes caught on fire. So why Axie, and then how did it grow to this big scholarship, and how much time does that take you?
Oh man, so at Axie, I a couple of my good friends from Clash Royale, I used to play Clash Royale pretty competitively a lot. They got into Axie, tried to get me in for a bit, and I was like, oh, I'm so busy with like work and everything, I can't. And then eventually, like, it sort of dawned on me, like, I actually really did enjoy playing the game. I played it competitively. I mean, I was okay. I wasn't like a champion or anything like my friends, but I sort of joined, and they released their new Ronin network, which allowed me to sort of lease different Axies to different people. So I sort of started to build that up a little bit, where you sort of have these like scholarships, right? So you have team of 3 Axies, you can give them to another player, but you control the keys in the wallet. They're able to sort of earn about as much or more than they could from a job in their own, like, in their own home. So they're able to earn that or more, and then you just go into the wallet every month and you pay them. So I did that, and originally it was sort of for passive income. But as I got my first few scholars, I realized, like, like there's a lot of demand for this. Like people like they're saying, can I recommend my husband? My husband, can I recommend my uncle? So and so, because they don't have a job, the pandemic, they're at home, they can't do anything. It's like, well, okay, I'll do that. So I put a lot of capital in to sort of help build this out, and sort of to help people. So I started building that out, and then now I have, I think, 500 scholarships. So there's 500 people that they're like family to me. So we're in a Discord, and we play Axie all together. We share tips and everything, and they're telling me like, oh, thank you, we can buy rice now for our family. Like they couldn't, basic things. And then it come to be not too long ago, there was a really big fire in one of the cities where I forget how many people lost their homes, like 70 families or something like that. So I was like, oh man, that's pretty rough, because it affected a good amount of my scholars. So I started to raise some funds so that we can help. I mean, it wouldn't replace their homes, but it would sort of help get them back on their feet. And then Doofy did a stream for it. A lot of people donated time and effort, and I was able to send all using the whole Ronin wallet and Axie to some of my scholars, and they were able to provide aid to the people. Like they brought bags of relief, and a couple times, and they're helping people, and they're so happy. And in addition, like for families that were affected, they're trying to get a new home. I gave some more scholarships to them to see if we can help them, and a lot of other managers did too. So it was really good to see the Axie community come together, and also the Zed community. I mean, it's the NFT space, and we're helping people, right? So that's what it's all about.
That's really awesome. Did Axie kind of like give you the vision for the future of Web3 and NFTs? Because what you just said there was like life changing. Somebody is playing a video game and they're making more money than they would maybe at a regular job or a day-to-day job in their own home country. So like, what did this wake you up to? Like, how did this make you feel when you realized that you could purchase these assets, have other people play them for you, but you guys can both mutually benefit from that?
Yeah, no, it's huge. Like that's disruptive, right? So this is the sort of thing that I think hopefully Zed's going to work on too, where you can rent horses out. But it's sort of the future of gaming, right? It's all about play to earn and the scholarship functionality, smart contracts, and things like that. And I think they talk about here in the U.S. like, oh, what's the minimum wage? What's this? But I don't think that's going to be relevant. I think eventually it's going to be like, well, what's the Axie wage, or what's the play to earn wage? And because you can do this from your home, you don't even need it. You just need like a mobile device. You can plan on your phone and do this and earn. And there's shops and everything that are taking the in-game currency now for this, instead of the whatever the currency is in the home.
So they take SLP token over their native home currency?
Oh yeah. I saw some cars being sold in SLP. I mean, they have stores where you go in and you just sort of log in, you send, and it's instant free transfers through Ronin. And I'm hoping Zed can do this too, because I have a lot of horses that I'd love to sort of, I can't race this many horses by myself. So if I can have scholarships for my horses, that'd be cool. And I think it may be in the works for Zed, and so that's why I'm sort of holding a lot of my horses. And I think like help with the breeding, help with the racing, and just even just having the free races too, that would be pretty cool, right? Because I mean, it's a lot for me, and I don't want to sell my horses because I love my horses so much.
Right.
It'd be cool to help people through Zed too, right?
100%. 100%. So how do you think it would look in Zed? Do you think it would be that you set the parameters, that you say, hey, you can only race Jumbo at X, Y, and Z distance, so someone doesn't intentionally come in and like mess up Jumbo's record? So you set like parameters to what they can race him at, but would someone have to come in and pay a fee, or do they just get a portion of the winnings? How would you like to see this work out in Zed Run?
Yeah, ideally it would be some sort of contract where you sort of come up front and you click on that percentage of like whatever it is, like you race it, you get this percent, and the owner gets this percent. And then I don't think you'd be able to sort of set parameters of what they can and can't race, because I feel like that's all skill. So you sort of have to have a skilled person or train them to be able to sort of know when to race and what, right? And I think in terms of the funds in the account, I think the owner needs to fund it too. It's just you have to sort of give access to somebody else without having the keys to that. But automatic payment would be a real cool thing if they have it. But I mean, it's also new, so we don't even know.
Right. So in Axie, how do you go about managing 500 people? Do you have like designated managers to where they kind of go over the day-to-day stuff with the scholars, and then you communicate with the managers?
Yeah. So first, my wife helps me a ton with everything. I couldn't have done it without her because she's completely supportive with all this stuff. I mean, people think I'm crazy for doing this, but it's cool. Like our whole family is all about Axie's all about Zed, right? So we do that. Second of all, yes, we do have like a structure of managers that sort of help me because whenever I find myself spending too much time doing something, I try to get somebody to help me do that, right? So as long as it doesn't involve whatever the keys to your account, then it's fine to sort of help delegate. And there's a lot that can be delegated, and it saves a ton of time. It's hard to scale with 500 people, right? So the more help you can get, the better.
How do you go about finding these managers in a kind of like a wild, wild west system like this? Was there an already set company that you could find managers from, or were they just kind of like people that you've interacted with and felt comfortable making them a manager?
Oh yeah, no, so my managers they're all scholars too. So they played accounts and I've talked to them, and I grown to trust them, and just I'm just comfortable working with them, and they seem like, I mean, they're all incredibly smart people, and they're able to help make things more efficient, right? So that's been a huge help to me.
That's
So,
cool.
I mean, there's no successful program. If you look at like YGG or one of those, like nobody's successful without their managers, and that's a huge part of it.
Cool.
Just people that sort of help you function, that you trust.
I like that. So if you had half an Ethereum and you're coming into Zed Run today, you have no horses, but you know about the game and you have half an ETH, what would you get to start a stable?
Well, right now, I feel like there's a lot of sales on Genesis horses. So I feel like I would go Genesis if I can, like at least one. So I actually helped another person get into Zed, but it was a few months ago when prices were different. But I still like getting, you got to get a stud that's a Finny, I think. So go for like, the best looking Finny stud or whatever you can. Even if I don't think you can afford it with the Zabos 0.5, but you can get like a Z6, Z7 right now for that. And then I would get a lot of, legendary horses that have different blood. You get a Nakamoto, you get, I try to go for legendary or exclusives, Nakamoto, Zabos, whatever, because those things are on sale right now. You can build a pretty solid stable, even unraced or, raced for some of that. So I would probably get the females as the legendary exclusive and keep the stud as a Genesis Finny. So
Yeah.
I think Finnies are totally underrated.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like, a lot of money went into pumping up the Nakamotos. I think Zabos are also underrated. So it's sort of that middle tier horses that can produce these huge winners. Like look at Talladega. That's one that destroying the fields, right? And even I mean, Rendezvous Peak isn't a bred horse, but it's a Finny as well, right? So I mean, those are the type of horses that I look at. Like Z1, Z2s are cool to win with, but I kind of like to root for like the Zabos, the Finnies in those type of races, and especially the consistent ones that consistently kill it. Those
Kind of the underdog mentality, right?
Yeah, I mean, look at Arbitrage stable too, right? Like, Princess of Power Zabo, right? He has a solid stable and a really good eye too.
Yeah, a great eye. Like within a day, he'll find a horse when it was bred yesterday.
He's amazing. Yeah, I don't know how he does that.
Me neither. Me neither. So if I gave you the keys to Zed, you can take away flames, you can take away stamina, you could bring back odds, you can do whatever you want. You can make one change right now. What would you change?
Well, so actually there's two. So I love odds, but two, there's been a lot of talk in the community lately about just listening to the community, right? So getting, rewarding the content creators, like just listening to the voices of everyone that wants to be heard right now. So it's sort of a theme that people are pretty upset with Zed. I mean, I love Zed, but I mean, everyone gets upset with it. So I think that it's great to see. There's a couple of posts on Twitter right now where the community is sort of coming together and sort of showing what they want to do. I would love to get upper management, not the mods, to come and look at that and listen to us and address it. Like we just want to feel like we're heard, right? And make some changes. So to me, that's number one most important.
I like that, and I 100% agree. We just want to feel like we're respected and that we're being heard, and that it's not just falling on cold shoulders, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure they hear us, but it's one thing to hear as upper management, as opposed to how you communicate it. So you can communicate it through your mods, but if you're the CEO coming on and issuing like a statement or something like that goes a long way, as compared to just having your mods like Reddit, Discord message and stuff. So to me that makes a big difference. Maybe it's just my my generation or whatever, but I think that would help a ton.
I agree. And instead of having like the henchmen come and deal with the mob. You want direct to consumer. You want the boss man to come and talk to the people, and we get it straight from the source, right?
Yeah. No, that would go a long way.
Cool. So. Last question for you. If you could have any horse, you have an unlimited budget, you can buy one horse in Zed Run. Any horse. What are you getting and why?
Oh my God. I actually thought about this before and I still couldn't decide. Oh man, put me on the spot. Well, I don't want to draw controversy, but I think Sentinel looking like a good horse. The only reason why is because I keep seeing that horse winning. And I never heard of it before, but I'm like, what is a Sentinel horse? So I looked it up and I'm like, yeah, this is a really good one. And I don't think there was any inside information, but if there was, I kind of want to go where the proof is. So give me that horse. Don't bet it.
You're right. Yeah. That's a good horse, man. I mean, he tossed him in both Redwood City Classics. He got third the first time and second the second time. So I'm like,
yeah,
that's a great start. I don't think anybody's gonna pass him in profitability for a while.
No, yeah, that's one of the great ones. And then I think you want to stay in that sprinter category too. The races are just they go faster and where they come up more.
Yeah, there's only a few of them. There's or at least big dogs. There's Crimson, there's Rey Del Mundo, now Sentinel, Solid is good. There's a few Billions is really good. So
you got Tisha, yeah.
Yep, Tisha as well. I got him on tomorrow. So they got there's actually some pretty good sprinters. What do you think there's less of? Do you think there's less sprinters, marathon, or sprinters, mid or marathon horses?
I think there's less good middle horse, mid-range horses. So I mean, there's a lot in every category, but I think if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick the mid-range. There's some really great horses there, but I think there's probably some undiscovered ones. So
100%. All right, man. Well, sweet. Thank you so much, dude. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. And we had a great stable duels. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. It was good competition. Where can people contact you at?
Nice win, man. I'm always here, reachable on Twitter, Discord. I'm always on Discord basically. So you can send me a message, and happy to chat. I helped a lot of new people get into Zed, and happy to answer any questions that anybody has. So.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I'll see you and Jumbo in Class 1 soon, I'm sure. We'll probably see you on the track here later today, but thank you so much for your time, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. All right, Take care.
Have a good one.
You too.
What up? Thank you, Catch Me Ridin Derby, for the great conversation, my friend. Thank you, bro. All right. So we're back. We went down to $20 yesterday. Shout out to Genesis for hitting us with the donation. Yeah, we went down to $20 yesterday. Golden Gola Master says main event is my favorite horse on the platform. What does shit, my fault. I didn't see them. I didn't see your questions. My bad, guys. What up, bot lady? Slip Weasel says I have just started and only have the ability to do free races for now. No down button is pretty harsh. Yeah, it is. But I mean, if you're really thinking about it, a lot of us didn't have free races when actually, did we have free races? Well, we've had them taken away before, so yeah, I mean, it really depends when you got into the game. If you got in when they took free races away, then it sucks. Yeah, my bad, Golden. I think I forgot to ask him 2 questions. I forgot to ask him that, and then I forgot to ask him what he would liquidate for today. It's hard though. It's hard to remember all the questions. Okay, Mike. We're gonna hop in this $5 1600 meter. Let's do it. Let's let it fill up some more. If you guys got some horses you want me to look at, I can do that. We'll be kicking it for a little bit. We got some time to just chill today. Nothing too crazy going on. Blue Clouds beat main event in a race. Nice. You don't have the questions written down? I just forget. I forget sometimes. Like, what's it called? I have like ADHD, so I'll be like, um, I'll have it, like I'm stuck on the question. I'll be like, I'm gonna ask him this. I'm gonna ask him this. I'm gonna ask him this. And then as soon as he's done talking, I'm like, shit, I forget what I was gonna ask him. And then I start to get nervous, and then I just kind of spit out a random question, or I'll look down at my book real quick and spit out a random question. I was just about to say that, bot lady. Yo, Jarek, how's the stream? What up, Galaxy Racing? It's going good, man. It's going good. We're just we're gonna hop in some races here. Let this one fill up, then we'll hop in this. Should we do the 18 or the 16? Well, 16's at 8 out of 12, so we'll hop in the 16. We're just racing today, bro. Just chilling. How you doing, Galaxy? You racing? Ooh, or should we? No, that one's not going to fill for a while. If you guys want to hop in this $5 Class 1 1800 meter, you can come see me. I'm going to take gate 11. We got Wild Thoughts in here. This horse is a pain in my ass sometimes. I think he teeters between second and Class 1 and Class 2. 9 out of 12 on this race. If 3 of you guys want to hop in here, we can do that. If not, we'll wait for that one to fill. If you guys want me to come look at some of your horses, we can do that. If not, we'll just kick it in. We'll do like a little market update, I guess, on some of the projects I'm in. So Riot Racers, they dropped yesterday. Dropped the drivers. Floor's not, I mean, it's holding decent. It was at 0.25, and if you bought one of these cars, you were going to get airdropped a Genesis driver, but they already took the snapshot, so that's why people are probably trying to sell their cars now, because they're already guaranteed a driver. But yeah, floor holding pretty decent on Riot Racers. Not bad, not bad. Now, if we go over to the Red Village, I don't think it's looking as pretty. I think we were sitting at a 0.3 floor, 0.32 floor a while ago. I think we're down 0.1 to 0.22 at the moment. I got a horse. All right, what's your horse name? What's the horse name? I got you. Still at 9 out of 12. We'll see if we can hop in some races today. So, yep. Red Village down a little bit. Riot Racers down a little bit. What else do we got? Let's go look at the Riot Racers racetrack land. It was at 0.47 last time I checked, 0.43. So, I mean, it sat at 0.2 for a long time. So, we're going back up to say the least. Riot Racers car. Now, like he said with Axie Infinity that you only needed 3 Axies to start a guild. Hopefully, I only need like 3 cars to run a scholarship program in Riot Racers. Because I got 3, and that's all I got. Oh. Okay, we had 11 out of 12. This one will fill fast, and then we'll hop up in a race. Sibling of finalist of first tournament. Look at lineage. Okay. I got you. Running Renegade. Okay. Who your parents is? Blunt Side and Yuffie. So you got a Z10. Exclusive Byzantine Zabo Colt. Had a good start with my first 5 races with Kasai, but man, I shouldn't be in Class 1. Are you doing, did you first 5 races to Class 1 or first 5 races in Class 1? If you're trying to qualify for the tournament, I would just go free races, bro. Because paid racing is so hard to qualify in the tournament, and it's not even funny. Just go free races if you're trying to qualify. Back to your horse. My bad. 1 second. Bang. Okay, Running Renegade, Bot Lady's Beast. 10-7-5-7-4. Running. Where should I be racing? Let's pull up KYH. I can't spell today. Did I spell that right? Runnin' Renegade. Oh, there's no G. Duh. Okay. All right, Runnin' Renegade. Looks very left-leaning, a 7.8% win rate, 23% place rate, and you're showing at a 31%. You got 38 races. You're profitable. Let's go look. Unraced dad. The mother's raised, but you pulled 14, or they pulled 14 odds with that horse. Okay. I would stay away from 1,000. That looks like a down button. I would, okay, let's look. You're flaming at 33% in 3 races, but you've got 2 fourth places and 1 win. Honestly, I like 24. I would go 24 and 26 with this horse, especially because you flamed, unless this is your Griffey. Unless your Griffey was a 2,600 meter, I would go back. I would go 26 with this horse. I'd go 24 and 26 meters with this horse. So we go paid, 2,600 meter, class 5. You flamed and you got first. Running Renegade, I'd go back to 24 and 26. Because this looks like a down button. Sprint looks like a down button. Marathon looks like where you're at. Would you agree? Blunt side is so good. Hoping my 2 class 3 horses can fund my class 1 and class 2 tanks. Ooh, you tanking? Personally, I'm taking this tournament off and getting horses down classes before taking profit again. Okay, I like it. Started paid races in class 2, got 2 wins, and now in class 1. Now that you're in class 1, I would probably stay free races just to keep your chances of qualifying high. But Bot Lady, 22, 24, 26. This looks like a marathon horse. So for the Fibonacci Cup, I'd stick to these 3. And stay away from everything else because he looks like just a straight-up marathon horse. Do you ever look at speed stats? I used to, but I don't anymore. Once they came out with the horseshoe, it made it a lot easier for me. But if we go look at 1,000 meter and 1,200, we're seeing that you're running slow. Like, you're running slower than the average. So stay away from here. But if we go down here, we've seen that you ran the fastest ahead of the curve at 26. You ran a little fast at 18, decent at 22, but 2,600 meters and 24 is where I would go. Maybe even just big money at 26. But I would test it out more still. But you're flaming. If we just look at flames, these are your 2 highest, along with 2,000, 24, and 26. So, nice horse. Yeah, Galaxy, I'd go free racing, bro, because it's hard, especially now that you're in class 1. Interesting. Yeah, no problem. You said look at this horse. 5.5 Ethereum, Z3 Zabo Jenny. Let's see what he's produced. He's got a pretty winning offspring. Who's the winner in here? This guy? Or these 2 guys? 148 races, 157 races, 10% win rate, 10%. So 10% winners over 150 races for 2 of them. Those are... Oh, here he is. This looks like the best one. Unless it's free races. No, he's racing paid. It's a U-shape. 2 blunt for you. 17.5% win rate. 27% place. And 32% show rate. And he's got a profit of basically 0.2. You got a good sibling. I mean, yeah. Blunt side. Good breeder, it looks like. Good stats. I like the stats. He produced a finalist in the first tourney. Oh, nice. How'd everybody do in the tournament yesterday? I know we had I think Avon, Chicago Stables, and Ralph. You 3 had horses in here yesterday on the tournament. How'd you guys do? Or for anybody that made it to the finals or grand finals. There's one thing that's rough about Zed is the damn scheduling time. Oh, and as soon as I say something, just how long it takes for a damn race to schedule sometimes. Okay, Diamonds, Wild Thoughts, and Arctic Edge taking the flames. We got Green Machina, Stock Operator, Unusual Protraction, Majestic Shadow, Swifty, Immortal, Outrun Me, Wild Thoughts, how the hell? Regina, and Midnight Fever. Ralph made the grand finals, I think. That's right. He did. He did make the grand finals because he got second place, right behind Terms of Engagement in his finals race. Didn't Crimson Racing win final? Yep. I talked to him yesterday too, so it was cool to see him win the tournament a few hours later. But yeah, he won. Took home like 9,000, I think. Definitely not a bad payday. Not a bad payday at all. So we pulled off one win yesterday on our 9th race. We got a win and a $10 buy-in. Avon says Terms is such a baller horse, amazing horse, dude. Like just a strong horse, you know. Like loves first, second, and third. Yeah, really happy for him. Yeah, that's cool, man. It's cool to see, man. It's cool to see people make that much money in a day off digital horse racing. It's like, what are we doing here? What is life anymore? Who knows? Who knows? I wake up every day and talk to digital stables and I race a digital horse. I enjoy it. It's fun. Good guy all the way around, 100%. And him and Zook got a show, I think, every Monday night on Pony Plug. So if you guys want to go tune into that, go follow Pony Plug 24/7 on Twitch and just turn the notifications on or something like that. So when they go live, you guys get, I don't know, but it's fun. It is. I think that's where we're going, right? People aren't gonna. If you can, like Inferno was saying, Bali says, I find out tomorrow which 11 drivers I got on my B day. Let's go. Which what are you hoping for? A mecha, a fire, a water, an earth? I didn't mint 10. I'm only getting my 3 airdrop to me, so I'm hoping I get a fire mecha. Like fire characteristics, because those are the rarest, and then just mechas look the coolest. I think by aesthetics that those will be the most rare. But I like that the cars are all the same. Unless you upgrade your car, then you might have a better car than someone else. But what I like is that the drivers have the DNA. The drivers are like the equivalent of the Zed horses, right? So even though one could look really cool, it might have horrible stats, or one might look super ugly, but it might be one of the best racers in the game. So some people are going to, tomorrow or whenever they airdrop this stuff, some people are going to be selling equivalent of jumbos, Breathless Edge drivers. Like, it's going to be pretty cool. I didn't think of that until I think MJ or someone else that just got into Riot Racer said it, and I was like, holy shit, they're right. The drivers are the DNA, or they're the ones that have the special characteristics. I made $150 racing, then lost it all again. That keeps happening. I missed a driver drop because I was $50 short, bro. I feel you. Do you have a U-shaped horse? I want to sell all my pretties. Do you have a U-shaped horse, Sniper? Keep the beast. Gotcha. Happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday, bot lady. You got your, is that today or tomorrow? Today the 3rd? I think it's on the 3rd, right? Unless I'm wrong, unless it's today. I thought it was tomorrow. But yeah, happy birthday or happy early birthday. Do you think the last drop of horses should be for long-term players that missed out on previous drops, rewarding long-term grinding stables? Yes, I think it should. The only way to buy a horse on this last drop should be it's tomorrow. Okay, gotcha. See, I remembered. I knew that. I think they should only let people buy these horses that have at least like maybe 0.05 in entry fees. So they've at minimum put in like 100, 200, 300 bucks into the system to where you give them access to the drop. Tomorrow we get the airdrops, and it's my B day on the 3rd. Oh, you better get lucky tomorrow. Because I remember last airdrop that we were in, you got an R1 on what? Only one blood portal? Like that's lucky. And especially since tomorrow's your birthday, should be in luck. Blue Clouds, LOL, the only horse that makes me any money. She was a U, but keeps getting middle finish. If you keep on getting those middle finishes, that might mean that you got a lot of ones coming up. I know the feeling though, dude. I'll pull up one of my. I should probably zoom out so you guys can actually see the damn race. I'll pull up one of my losing streaks because it sucks when you go on a losing streak, dude. Look at this horse. Someone's gonna win it tomorrow. All right, I got you. I'll pull it up after this race. Diamonds in gate 11. Swifty in first place. We got Wild Dots is really the only other horse I'm gonna worry about. Not too worried about anybody else. Swifty's a good horse. I think Majestic Shadow's a good horse, along with Midnight Fever. But we'll see. We got 500 meters to go. If Diamond's going to kick, it needs to be right here. Let's see, buddy. Oh, he might want to be on his U shape today. We'll see if he kicks at 4. If not, he's going to kick it back here, or he might have a jet. Ooh, and he's starting to jet. But is it enough? Is it enough? I don't know if it's going to be enough. We got 200 meters to go. Some horses are falling back. Some keeping it moving. Here comes Diamonds. But is it enough? I don't think it's going to be. No, it's not. We're getting 10th. 9th place. 9th place. Womp, womp, womp. Look at this horse. Someone's going to win it tomorrow. I got you. Look at the mom. Okay. I got to fix my vocabulary. I always say mom and dad, but it's sire and dam, right? A Z34 Elite Fire Brick Bot Lady Race. How many accounts do you got? I can't. That's so much like for me to do. It's too much work. I just don't do it. Mystic Force, you said look at the mom. You want me to look at her offspring? Did you do the feedback form for the tournaments? I have not yet. I don't think I've ever submitted feedback to like anything that they've done. Looks 1 out of 2. 1 out of 2. It looks like it's unraced, right? It's a mare. Oh, this is not the one you're giving away. I got you. 4 races. It's got 1 win. It's got a win in not even in the Griffey in a class race, so that's nice. Looks like a good horse. And so you're giving away 2 of these fire brick horses so people can make super coats, right? So go check that out if you guys want to get you a horse. 4 races, 1 win. It's got 2 offspring. Let's go look at the other one. Lineage, I mean. Okay, 1 second. Just 1 for my B-Day. Got you. What the hell? Oh, it's no space. Storm Puncher. Okay. Hold up. So, Storm Puncher's... Okay. Lineage. Ancestry. I should just pull this shit up on. Okay, you got Lucky Jacks. 2 races. 2 wins. 0.05 profit. Hurricane. Let's go look at... What do you want me to look after this? Hold on. Lucky Jacks has 490 horses. How? Cousin. That's a lot of horses right there, brother Maine. Oh, this looks like a good horse. Hurricane looks like a good horse. So Hurricane is good at 2,400 meters, and Hurricane damned, right? That's how you say it. Hurricane. Oh damn. Oh, that's why you named it Storm Puncher, because dad is Hurricane, right? Look how many Z1s and Z2s. I can't manage my 10, bro. You're telling me. You're telling me I can't even manage 7, and I don't even race the rest of them. Okay. I'm horrible with this ancestry stuff. My bad. True Passion. There's a whole lot of Jennies in this damn horse. It's a good horse. That's a good horse. He's got some good lineage. I'm horrible with looking at lineage, so I'm sorry if that was trash. We're gonna hop up in another one. Gate 12. I can't manage my 10. I feel you, bro. I gotta pull up Zed Run tools if I really want to look at lineage. But then I suck at making it look clean, or at least neat, at least. Bruh. Come on, Zed. We'll take gate 11, I guess. Bruh. Okay, so... God damn, that shit pisses me off sometimes. Zed... Okay. Here we go. This is how you need to look at lineage. If you guys really want to like look at lineage, just go to Zed Run tools. But now I can never zoom out. This is my problem. I'll show you the problem I run into every goddamn time I come on this website. How do you zoom out? Like, I can zoom out. So I can't see anything. But yeah, there's no way to zoom out. So Storm Puncher, children, and the one you're giving away is this one. Okay. Now if it would just let me zoom out, that'd be way better. But all right, so this horse has Storm Puncher, and then Storm Puncher has a Z13 exclusive and a Z12. Help. Zed, does anybody know how to zoom out on Zed Run tools so I don't have to do this? All right, Z4 Jenny. There's no parents to that horse. There's another Jenny. There's no parents to that horse. There's a legendary. Okay. Jeez. That's a Jenny. That's another Jenny. So is that where it stops? Genesis. So it starts with these two. A Z4 and a Z4 make a Z8. Charmander and True Passion, 2 Z8s make... What the hell? Am I tripping, or how is a Z8 and a Z8 making a Z13? Unless I'm tripping. Unless I'm looking at that wrong. Okay. It says Charmander is the parent of Pontoya, and True Pat... Oh, shit. There we go. That was my problem. See, I told you it's never clean when I'm on here. Okay, so we got the Z8 and the Z5 that make Pontoya, and then Pontoya and Hurricane make Storm Puncher, and Storm Puncher and Mystic Forces make this horse. So if you guys want this horse, bot lady, you can send the raffle link and I'll pull it up again. Go to bot lady's OpenSea and go buy you a ticket. Now I know for damn well I got in this race because it took my money. What are we doing? Oh, it's already closed. Oh, okay, okay. Every month I give away one for my Twitch subs from. Oh, okay, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Is that the one you're doing the Twitch giveaway for? What a tease. My fault, my fault, my fault. We're just big chilling today. Nothing too serious going on. Just gonna do some paid racing while we can. I'll look at some of your guys' horses if you want me to. Really nothing too serious. Just kicking it. Yes, tomorrow. Okay, cool. What time? What time? What time you going live? See, now I can see those emojis. They can get it on the next. They can get in on the next one. Gotcha. Cool. Cool. I haven't picked a horse yet for that. Cool. Gotcha. Now I know for damn well they should have me in this race. 2 p.m. Eastern, I'll draw it. So 11, 12, 1, 12, 1, 2, 12 o'clock. Yes, I still count on my fingers to count hours, okay? All right, makes it simple. I need to figure out how to get music. There's like a few things I need to figure out for stream. What someone needs to do, I'm telling you, this is $1 million service right here. So since we're now going to Web3, I doubt people are going to ask people to donate, like hitting the donate button. Someone needs to figure out how to, if someone donates money to your Ethereum wallet, to get a notification to pop up on screen. But I'm sure that's so damn technical to do that it's probably hard to do. But I think that's the way, because like let's say Twitch, for example. When someone donates on Twitch, Twitch gets half of that, right? They get half of your profits. So Twitch had it for crypto donate. Oh, okay, they did? You could just put in your wallet, but then they got rid of because they weren't getting any fees from it, right? Yeah, they weren't getting paid from it. That's why I bet they weren't they want their cut, They want their 50% of whatever they're getting. If they don't get it, then they gonna cut it out. Yeah, I don't think we'll have that for a while, until at least from the platforms themselves. Just because it's gonna cut into their pockets, and there's really no incentive for them to cut into their own pockets. But it's easier for everybody. I mean, you don't gotta go and put your credit card on the internet or any of that stuff. You just send crypto. It lasted like 6 months. Yep. They probably saw their profits just go pew, because everybody was sending to crypto. They're like, yep, cut that out. Get that out of here. I want my 50%. What other projects are you guys in? If you guys want to tell me about some blockchain or play to earn games, I'll look them up. I'm always in the market to look for some other games. Nothing too serious. I'm not married to Zed. This is where I just come, try and make some money, and then use the profits from here to pay bills, and then roll it into other projects. I don't think I'll ever sell diamonds because of that use case, to where I can pay bills, and I can potentially farm Ethereum is basically what we're doing here, just mining ETH. They can't stop that. Just post your link yourself. Good point. I should. But my problem is like what I'm saying is, like, when I post the link, and then when Genesis donated yesterday, I want it to where a notification will pop up on screen saying this person just donated. But then it would probably just say a string of code donated. I wouldn't know how to. I like utility games, me too. But I wouldn't know how to, get the notification to pop up on screen, because I don't want someone to donate and be like, hey, who is that? Who donated? And then everybody else in chat can say they did it, right? And equity pools. I need to learn about staking and equity pools. Okay. Well, I'm in a game. I'm not telling you guys to join this game because I'm skeptical of it myself, and I wanted to get in and out of this game, if I'm being 100% honest. Hey, Jay Thaden Arena is a good earner. I'll talk about one of the projects I got in. Hey, November. So it came out last month. So you can play on PC, Android, or iOS. I like that. The Phoenix. I want to see. Is this like a battling game, Waltz? Are you in Zombies Tourneys? Is that what you sent me? Yep. I got my ZRC card. Oh, I like yours, Leroy Jenkins. Ooh, the fiery background is pretty tight. So this is Bot Lady's ZRC card. Oop, my fault. How do I pull that back up? No, that's not it. That's not it. ZRC card. Okay, this is Bot Lady's ZRC card. So this is from the Zombie Racing Club if you held one of his tokens. Now, in the future, he said that you're going to need one of these cards to enter a tournament. So everybody that's minted one of these cards will have an entry into whatever tournament they have whenever this comes out. But I like that card. That's a nice Leroy Jenkins card. Here's a Diamonds card. My idea with this is maybe when there's like another Redwood City Classic, and if someone wants to Bot Lady, you might be able to do this too for some of your races. But instead of like having someone send you Ethereum, you could just use this as someone buying action in your horse, right? So if like another Redwood City Classic comes up and you say, hey, if someone wants to pay for half the buy-in and you get half the winnings, go and buy my ZRC card. And if you own the ZRC card of this horse at this time, you'll get half of my winnings if I win the race. So I mean, you could use this as another option to potentially like buy action into big races if you don't have the funds for it. What do you think about that, Bot Lady? That was my main thing about it. I was like, you know what? I might sell this if I ever want to hop up back into a big race, and this is just how I would get the funds from someone. But I don't know. Let me pull up YouTube again, and then we'll go look at Thedan Arena again. Where's YouTube at? Right here? Yep. Let me pull it up over here. Golden Gold Master. With all that being said, I think Thedan Arena has a future. Oh, wait. I got to go back up. Are you in Zombies Tournaments? 3 days. MOBA. Thedan Arena just came out last week. That's huge speculation. That is a huge earner. And it's more of a top-down shooter than a... What's a MOBA mean? What's mobile battle something? That's Season 2 pass. What's up, fam? Sorry I'm late. It's all good, main Mac. Chickens, I can't stand Chicken Derby. I don't hate on anybody that likes it. It just doesn't like. I think shit. Who was on yesterday? Or no, someone on Tuesday. Someone this week said that they just don't want to see chickens running across the screen. I kind of agree with that, but I'm not saying that I'm hating on Chicken Derby. With all that said, I think it's still Thedan Arena has a future. 1.5 million downloads in 2 days. It's huge. You can earn $250 USD a day with a legendary hero. Can't wait till the day FIFA or Call of Duty becomes play to earn on the blockchain. LOL. I'll be super rich. Multiplayer online battle arena. Galaxy Racing, 100%, bro. If you played FIFA, then you probably know about Ultimate Team. So then just imagine when you have like an Ultimate Team. Like they have Ultimate Team packs, but you also get to keep the players throughout the game. So, like, say in FIFA 21, you can go buy an Ultimate Team pack for $100, right? In this pack, you could pull a Pepe, and that Pepe could resell on the FIFA marketplace for like $1 million or something, right? But once the new game comes out, once FIFA 22 comes out, it's valueless, right? Because that Pepe is not going to carry over on your team. But if it's to where like blockchain gaming and we actually own these cards, and if you pull a Pepe from a pack, it would be cool to one, either be able to sell that for a lot of real money, or two, be able to keep it throughout the game, just not for 1 year, right? Multiplayer online battle arena. Just got my first horse. I'd be interested in your opinion because I don't know what I'm doing and hoping I didn't overspend. Yeah, send me the name of the horse. I'll look it up for you, bro. I got you. No problem. I can do that. On to staking. Real quick, I'll show you. Like I said, I'm not pumping this project. Whoa. I think they updated the white paper. Oh shit. What are these at right now? Okay, if you guys heard of Wolf Game. Oh shit, they did. 0.08. Why is it going down? Let's look at the activity. Activity's horrible. Okay, well this is Fox game. Basically same thing as Wolf Game, to where you can like stake a rabbit. Where's my rabbit? Connect. Why can't I connect? Well, anyways, if you have a rabbit, you can stake it, and then you're getting like carrots, and then you can unstake your rabbit. But if you unstake it, then the foxes can steal your carrots. And then if you unstake your fox, there's going to be hunters, to where a hunter will be able to steal the NFT, and a fox is worth like 0.5 right now. So Fox game, that's kind of like a staking, unstaking wolf game type game, but I definitely planned on flipping that one, and I'm in it for longer than I expected. What up, Ben Morgan? Fire again. I bought it for 0.055 after her first race. Fire again. All right, hold up. We got a race hopping off in a minute here too, I think. Unless it just ran. Nah, we're still good. No, man, I mean, you only got 7 races. You're flaming at least. Let's go look. You got Roid Rager. Okay. You did your research, man. This looks like a good horse. You did your research on the parents at least. Cause like, look, man, you came and you bought a Dan Shan bred horse that pulled 8.5 odds. And then you came and got a Roid Rager breeding, which I believe Roid Rager has the blood tool as well. So this is probably a blood tool certified horse. It's probably why the name is Fire again. Unless you named it. Yeah, I like 2,400. Where are you flaming at? All right, you're flaming at 1,800 meters and you got to win. I would come back to 1,800 meters, and honestly, I think every one of these needs at least 5 races. On every single one of these, you should have maybe 5 to 7 races, just to make sure you know where to and to not race. So I would start with 1,800 meters. I'd go like 3 more races to see if you're going to continue to win over here. And I'd also go 2,000 meters because, look, you're flaming at 100% in both of these, meaning that you're most likely to place. Now, if we go down to your sprints, no flames, and you haven't tested this one out, haven't tested, and no flames at 16. So the way I look at this is I would stick with these two right now, 1,800 meters and 2,000 meters, because you're flaming. See if you continue to flame and place in these races. If you don't, then move out to the ones that you haven't tried yet, get some more data on those, and then you should be able to come back here, look at the horseshoe, and see where you're placing the most and pulling the most flames. So yeah, that's what I would do. But if I was going to tell you to race at a specific distance right now, it'd be 1,800 meters and 2,000. If that's not working out for you, maybe get at least 5 races on every distance so you know where to go in the future. Thanks, man. I was just looking for something with good games that might be undervalued. This game is very overwhelming, but you did a good job. You did a very good job. If this is your first horse, you did a great job because you bought the potential of this horse, right? Dan Shan, my man, knows how to breed. Roid Rager, they both know how to breed. This obviously good parents because they're both pulling like sub 11 odds. So good parents, good odds on these parents. This horse should either be a good racer or a good breeder. You're profitable at the moment. You've won some races. You're flaming in these. So I would just keep it up. Keep it up at 1,800 meters. See if you continue to flame and get first. If you don't, move to 2,000. If you lose flames and continue losing in that, then go to the other distances as you move up in class. But good job. You're doing good. You're doing paid races too, so that's even better. It's showing that you can compete in class 5 and paid races with this horse. So that's nice to see. Because if it's just free races and you're pulling flames, it's like that's good, but we want to see you pull flames and win in paid races because just the competition in free races versus paid races is very different. Super active community, lots of value in this KOD. Nice of GGen. Check out the Discord before you buy one. Can you buy the Blood Family tool? Can you buy the Blood Family tool? You could. I can't buy it because I don't have 1 ETH to spend. But you could hit up Dan Chan if you want to buy it from him for 1 ETH. You could do that. So this is the Knights of Degen. I've heard of this. You're gonna have to refresh my memory on this, but this is kind of just like a gambling thing, right? So if you have one of these, what does it say? The Knights of Degen are 8,888 NFT degenerate gamblers that live their truest and darkest lives free from oppression and spend their days in Degen sports bars watching and wagering all sports events. So is this where you're like you're just gambling, betting on sports and all that stuff? I've seen what's his name, Drew Austin. I think he's like one of the devs or one of the heads on this project. He was in Zed Run. I'm not too sure if he's in Zed Run still. Sports betting community plays Zed too. Okay, lots of value in the card. Okay. So what would we get if we came and bought one of these cards? Besides like being able to sports bet, is there anything we get airdropped or like do we get special access to certain communities? 0.14 floor right now. I like the art. I just can't. Where I live, sports gambling's illegal, so I can't. I don't have DraftKings or any of that stuff where I'm at. I wish I did. Actually, I don't know if I wish I did. I'd probably lose my ass. Probably lose a bunch of money. Check out the Knights floor. 0.14, all kind of collabs. Okay. AMAs with Hall of Famers. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, that's cool. I'll have to look up very active community. I've noticed that. I've seen the Knights of Degen on Twitter. I've seen you guys. But yep, Knights of Degen. What other projects you guys got? What other stuff you guys excited for? I'm excited for. I mean, that's really it. I got the Fox game. I kind of just explained it to you guys, like Wolf game, all that stuff, but not performing right now. Not performing. Maybe, hey, it's actually going down. That's atrocious. It's part of the game, right? You win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. Anyone can look at the Discord free. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you guys want to go hop up in their Discord, Knights of Degen, go check it out. Check it out. We'll wait for this race to fill. If we can hop in some more races, we'll do that. If not, we'll probably call it a dizzy. Has anyone looked into Project 333 as a mint and sell? Is the hype around it actually real? Project 3333. Looks cool. Let's go on Twitter. Okay. 6.14. When's the mint on this? I mean, they look pretty cool. I like them. Okay, so this to figure out if hype is real. Let's just go do it. Let's go look. So they have 11.3 thousand people online right now in their Discord out of 50,000 members. Okay. Join Whitelist. You can join the whitelist automatic. Let me pull this shit over. I don't know if I can actually. I can't. You can join the whitelist automatically if you're on a Bored Ape Yacht Club. How can you join the VIP whitelist? Obtain level 10. You get, so if you invite 15 people, you can get on the whitelist for this. They got quite a bit of people online. Let's go look in their general chat. Is it minting right now? Hold on, my fault. Let me pull up YouTube chat. Where's it at? Okay. I think it's next week. Never mind tomorrow. It supposedly got a lot of Bored Ape Yacht. I think that Bored Ape Yacht Club backing comes from them being able to whitelist. Because if we look right here, it says you can join the whitelist automatically if you own a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT. So I mean that's good, right? I mean you're taking people from a blue chip NFT and you're giving them whitelist. Now I don't know if they're just gonna flip it. They probably might just flip it, so that'd be something to watch out for. But still pretty cool. All right, so we got 3 minutes till this race hops off. Sour D's, Elite Element, and your boy pulling flames. 12-3. I'm debating going in. How much was the mint price on that? I think it mints tomorrow. 12-3. Okay. I like it. I like the art. It looks cool. Depends on what the mint price is if I'd go in on it or not, but we'll see. That's facts. Good point there as well. Yeah. But I like it. I mean, if they're giving Bored Ape Yacht Club people with a bunch of money to buy this stuff, I think you have a shot at getting in. And then but if it hits 1 ETH, I think it's like 0.15 to mint, but if it hits 1 ETH, that's a good flip, dude. That's a good flip. 0.15 is a little steady. I mean, we saw what Baby Apes did. I didn't really pay too much attention to the mint of Baby Apes, but I remember seeing them on Twitter and all that stuff. I didn't touch them. I like original art, kind of like that. That was original art, right? Like they weren't trying to copy the Bored Apes. So I like stuff like that when people make their own original shit. Was there only 3,333? Is that why it's Project 3333? Instead of 10,000 of them, there's only 3,333? Because that makes sense. And it's a small collection as well. Okay, gotcha. So it probably is the 3,333. If you guys want to go in the sandbox, the Snoopverse early access pass is live. Yeah, you can't go in the sandbox on Mac, so I can't. Good luck in race. Thank you. Much appreciated. Queen Bean Racing, Arctic Edge, Ver Apparent from Dude Man Breeding, Sour D's from Tempest Stables. Gate 4, we got Prosperine. How'd you say that? Romance Rivera, Majestic Shadow, Immortal from Win Ether Racing. Gate 8, we got Banana Shuffle from Panthers Party, Morrigan from Whiskey Tango Stables, Green Machina from Champ Ranches, Elite Element from Crystal River Stables, and ya boy in Gate 12. Let's go. I like that supply. That's a low amount of supply. You might have a hard time trying to mint, but who knows? All right, here we go. 2, 1, and we're off. No, we're not off. And now we're off. All right, 1,600 meter race, class 1, the Marrakech Golden Cup. Marrakech, however you say that. I need to close all these extra tabs. That's probably why my shit's lagging. Someone should break around the 800-meter mark or the 700-meter mark. We'll see who it is. Someone's going to go. There goes Elite Element. There goes Green Machina. Green Machina. Elite Element. I'm going to catch him. We're going to catch him. We'll turn off show positions. We can watch diamonds. Can we get a kick, buddy? 400 meters to go. I want to see a kick. I want to see a kick right now. Go. That might be a good kick. It's going to be close. 200 meters to go. Diamonds, can you pick it up, buddy, please? We're going to need more, cousin. That's not enough, buddy. Go. We get 11th. He looked like he wanted to come back for second. Arctic Edge was 1.2, now 1.8. Guys, trying to flip it. If it's top horse, I wanted it. Matches my stud color, but crazy price. It was 1.2, but now 1.8. Guys, trying to flip it. If it's a top horse, I wanted it. Matches my stud color, but yeah. I feel you, man. Sheesh, we got 11th. It looked like Diamonds wanted a break right there. It looked like he wanted to, but he changed his mind at the end. He's like, nah, cousin, nah. I'll chill. We got another $5, 1,600 meter. What's the payout? $30. We'll let that one fill up a little bit. Let it fill up a little bit. See if we can't come back and hop up in there when it's close to the end. 4 out of 12. Yeah, I'm only racing mid-distance distances right now because I'm still trying to qualify for the tournament. But I don't want to race free races that whole time just because you miss out on so much money trying to race free races to qualify for the tournament. And I mean, you might qualify up higher, or it might be easier to qualify, but look at Arctic Edge on Know Your Horses. I got you. I think I've heard of this horse before. Queen Bean. Oh, the horse I just raced against. Okay. 0.03 profit. You said you're trying to buy this horse? Was 1.2, but now 1.8. 1.8. The guy's trying to flip it. If it's a top horse, I wanted it. Matches my stud color, but crazy price. Gotcha. 1,600 meters, definitely this horse's distance. And yeah, he just keeps it there. How'd he do in the last race? He didn't fucking beat me. I'm just talking shit. He got 10th. He got right in front of me. Actually, he did beat me. I don't have that money. I feel you, bro. 1.8 for Z2 Legendary. Not bad, bro. Not bad, though, because I paid 1.6 for a unnamed unraced. But damn, 1.8 is $8,000. Fuck, dude. I spent a lot of money on my horse back in the day. Looks like a solid horse, though. Yeah, man. I feel you. Yeah, solid base ability horse, and maybe if he took him out of his distance, he'd still be able to perform. It looks like it, because he has a lot of left. A lot of his stuff on the left, like barely any 12th places. Let's go see if this race is starting to fill up. If it's not filling up fast enough, we'll probably call it a day. 7 out of 12. Let's hop in there. Actually, I'll wait a minute so we don't scare anybody off. Heroin, I see you, homie. East Coast. All right, let's take gate 12 right next to East Coast and give him this smoke. East Coast, if you're in here, you're about to catch this work, bro. All right. We in. 4 more people. If you guys want to hop up in this Grand Prix Del Colosseum or Coliseum. I don't know. One of them. 1,600 meter $5 buy-in. Eight out of 12. What you guys doing today? I'm probably just about to call it a day after this race. I'll clip the interview, post the interview as a standalone video. I'll post it on Spotify, and then I might go train tonight. We'll see. I've been a lazy bastard lately, but I might go train. I do martial arts on the side, but I've been lazy ever since I found Zed Run. Everything has just taken like second place to me right now. That's my plan for today. Probably just play some Zed till I'm at my 9 races, post the videos, and then go train. Watching football in 2 hours. Man U Arsenal game. Okay, nice. I know about Manchester United and Arsenal. I don't know any of the players that they have anymore, because maybe I paid attention in like 2017. But I like both of those clubs. I like Man U. I like Arsenal. What's the BVB team? The yellow one, and they got like yellow and black, and they have Hazard. Is that what his name is? Hazard. I like that team. I like their jerseys, the yellow and black jerseys. And what was the team Paul Pogba was on with the Jeep? And they got like black and white jerseys. I like that team as well. AM PSG. I like a lot of the damn teams, to be honest. I'm not too loyal to one of them. Ronaldo's at Man U now. Okay. He was on. Fuck. Where'd he play for? Everybody switched around. Messi moved, and then, damn. I need to pay more attention to football. How you guys feel about us calling our sport football when we don't really play with our feet? It's pretty interesting. 10 out of 12. Dortmund, okay. Dortmund, yeah, I think it's Dortmund. Abu Manyang at Arsenal. Yeah, I think it's Dortmund soccer. Okay, you guys call it soccer? All right. Just curious. We call it soccer as well, but I most of the time I hear international countries refer to it as football. Football. I like football. 11 out of 12. One person want to hop up in this race, and we'll call it a day. And you call it soccer, we call it football. Okay. All right. Soccer. What type of MMA you do? Just overall MMA. Like I haven't had any amateur fights or anything like that, but it's called pancration. I used to go boxing. Okay, yeah. I do everything. So Mondays is like when I actually go, it's Mondays is boxing, and then pads class, and then submission wrestling. So like, yeah, submission wrestling is just wrestling, but you got submissions. And then Tuesdays, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and then pads. Wednesdays, kickboxing, pads, and then submission wrestling. Thursdays, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, boxing, and pads. And Friday is pads and then MMA class. And then Saturdays, open mat. This is where you just get to go against anybody. But ever since I found Zed, dude, I've been a lazy bastard ever since. I need to get back on my schedule, on my program. One person don't want to hop in this race. Come on. I could get it. I could get the bad side of the U shape. You could get the first place. You never know. You used to go boxing? Nice. Did you train at like any famous gyms, or you ever train with any fighters or anything like that, or just kind of like a just regular boxing, just go and hit the pads or hit the bag or something? Muay Thai, cool. Yes, Muay Thai is cool. It's very fun. Just basically MMA. It's like boxing. I don't know. I don't get why Muay Thai is not bigger than it is, because it's basic. Everybody loves stand up in MMA, and that's what Muay Thai is. It's just pure stand up and stand and bang. So I think maybe give it a few years and Muay Thai will blow up. Hey, someone hopped in the race. Let's go. But yeah, man, that's what I do. Just helps you keep you sane. Put in that work, all the extra stress. Okay, I'm trying to downclass. It was me. Let's go. Okay. What horse did you throw in here? You threw in Nightmare X. Best horse I bred isn't. Best horse I bred last month. Okay, nice. No, just basic boxing gym I used to go to. No pro or anything. Okay. Boxing's nice though, man. I mean, just learning how to defend yourself, it makes you feel more comfortable, like when you're just out in public in certain situations to where you can defend yourself. So I recommend to anybody, if you don't have like any at least like boxing training, go do it, because it makes you feel comfortable in your skin when you're out in public or might catch yourself in a sketchy situation. Plus, it just gives you confidence, like you could you know how to defend yourself. You'll be good if you get into anything, so you don't worry about traveling by yourself or something like that. It's a good workout too. See if our race field. Ay, caramba. It's the one thing about Zed is like, man, once your race fields, you got to sit here and kill time until it runs off. But if I had a bunch of horses, it might be easier, but we shall see. Yeah, I can look at your horse. No problem. I don't got too much else to do. We're just kind of winding down. Nightmare X. A Nightmare X. It's the type of horse you don't want. You don't want a Nightmare X. This is the type of horse that's gonna show up at your door at 3 in the morning. 94 races, 17% win rate. Oh, okay, I see why you're trying to downclass. 16. Oh wait, yeah, 1600 meters is not this horse's distance. Looks best at 2200 meters, possibly. Yeah, 22 is like a U shape, is from my understanding. and you're pretty strong at. Yeah, I mean, potentially another U shape at 24. What do you think? You just got one good racehorse. You growing the stable, or do you sell your offspring? Yeah, I try. Like, I breed a lot of Diamond's Blood. So all of these, except for this horse. This horse was for a donkey tournament, and except for this horse, because these are my first two horses that I bought. So I bought Diamonds, and I was like, all right, I need to buy another Z2 so I can breed. So all of these right here are products of these two, and so we haven't made anything crazy yet, but I do name and I keep all of them because I wouldn't be able to live with Jesus. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I sold a horse like Diamonds and I bred him, you know? So it's like I'll keep them. I'll try and build out a monster racer from them, but so far no crazy racers coming off of Diamonds. But when we do get one, I'll make sure that I kept it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is it. I think the best horse out of them. That's good. Archibald used a blood tool to breed. Rome was built in a day, and he went his first 4 races. I think he got first, so had a really hot start. Kind of cooled off after there, but he got 4 wins in his first 4 races. Not a bad start. But yeah, I have one like racehorse I'm willing to race. I have other horses I'm just not willing to race them because I know I'll lose money. You know. 2024 are her best times though. She's way ahead on standard between 2024 on finish times. Both her parents made it twin, and the twin sucks. It's so random. That's where you get into like people saying like we don't think we have a breeding algorithm. It's more just random, right? East Coast about to catch this smoke. Bot lady, watch you win this race. This will be hilarious. Keisler, Laura Racing Stables, unethical heroin with the black horses on us. Out to pasture. That's just wrong. I'll put your horse out to pasture for you though. Diamonds will do it right here. Queen Bean Racing, Arctic Edge. Let's see if you should have bought the horse. Let's see if it's worth the 1.8. I need to get music to play in the background or something. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I just let go of one of my offspring class 1 with 22% run rate, but it's all free races, hoping I don't have to cry and throw up if it's a monster. What's the name of the horse? We'll look it up. Hopefully it's not a. I mean, that's rough, right? Yeah, toss me the name and I'll look it up. We'll see how you fared out. I like to do at least one griffin, just to test, right? Like just to see. And if you win on that griffin, you'll be able to sell it for more. Pello is the name, or not Pello, Piltover. Piltover. Free. What the hell? Piltover. Okay. Ooh. Next Gen Management bought it from you. All free races, he says. Okay, let me check on my race. All right, we got 2 minutes. Ooh. Oh. Also, if you win, why not take the free bag? Exactly. Yeah, you get like $40. Ooh. Let's look. Let's look paid. Okay. Well, you're still pulling up. You still pulled flames in your paid races. You just didn't. You haven't won a paid race. So he's taking a risk that this horse is gonna be good in a 2,200 meter paid. Um, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. The last time you raced him was yesterday. Okay. Breeding costs 0.02, and you sold him for. You didn't say how much you sold him for. Why not take the free bag? Okay. It's a cross filly. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good horse because there's not enough paid racing data on it, but I might have taken that shot on buying that horse just to plug it in at 2,200 meters paid to see if it still looks the same. We'll see. We'll see how it. I'll keep tabs on Piltover. I mean, you bred him for .0. If you bred the horse, then you bred him for damn near. You made a good profit either way. .02, you sold it for .25. You made a .22 profit, right? So can't be mad with .22. Let's see how good of a racer he is now. But you're sitting pretty for right now. You got the ETH. You made some money, right? That's the whole point of the game. And you did it with free races. You didn't even really have to pay to test out the horse. So money's money. Now, one thing that'll make you feel better is just to totally forget about the horse and never look at it again. Just forget about it, because there's really no point in, like, you sold it, so there's no point in going and checking up on it. Just forget about that horse, because if you study it and you see that he's winning, you're gonna start kicking yourself, right? And you're probably not gonna buy it back. So honestly, I just say F that horse and forget about him. Yeah, that is true. I can't be too upset, right? Yeah, man. And it's just like selling out of a project, and if it moons, there's no point in going back and checking the project after you sold. It's just going to hurt you. So just be like, you know what? I got my profits. I bred it for this. Good luck to the next owner. And I just say, I don't even remember who that horse is. Just for my own mental health, in case I see that horse win like a 100K race, We going to get 12th, or are we going to kick? If he's going to kick, we need it right here. Or right at 400. He's falling off screen. Can he get back on screen? Damn, he's not having the best kicks. He's going to get last again. No good kicks lately. I mean, it's decent, but still not good enough. 6th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Let's look. I'm glad these are $5 races where I'm getting these losses out instead of fucking. Was Diamonds in the last tourney? I feel like I saw him qualify. Yeah. Not in the pity point tournament, but the last Fibonacci Cup I qualified, and then I got knocked out in the. You got last, Bot Lady? Nice, 11th. It was damn close to last. Was Diamonds in the last tourney? Yeah, not the pity point, but he was in the Fibonacci Cup. I made it to the 1,800 meter race, and then I lost. I was like, all right, it is what it is. But I think the day before, or 2 days before, I'd won. I got third place in the Redwood City Classic, to where I made like the 11 grand. So I was good. I wasn't really too worried about the tournament. But I think we're gonna call it a day right there, guys. I'll still toss Diamonds up in this race. Is there anybody in here that scares us? Let's go look at this one. %17 win rate, 21% win rate, and 22. Those are all over 100 or just under 100? Under 100, over 100. Wow, over 300. Z1, only one Z1 in here. Juniper, I hate that damn horse. How many Z1s are in that one? I'll hop in this one. There's Juniper, and that's it. There's Blackjack. It's a good horse, but all right, guys. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. We're gonna call it a day right here. I'm gonna go eat something. Souls Vanished, thanks for tuning in, brother. Thanks for hopping in the chat. I appreciate you, man. Whenever you guys want to come on, let me know. I got you. I got you guys. You guys can come up, talk the high stakes showdown, talk Moolah Moolah, talk about how you got into Zed Run, all that good stuff. But all right, anybody that tuned in, thank you so much. Get my good dose of Zed, NFTs, gaming, and interviews. Yes, sir. Whenever you want to come up, let me know. I got you. We can talk about all things NFTs, all things Zed, and all that good shit. Until tomorrow, we got one more Tisha. We got Sunny Days Stable coming on tomorrow. And that'll be Friday. That'll be the end of the week. And then we'll be back next week with another lineup. We might or might not have arbitrage on next week. So stay tuned. Until then, it's Jarek LG. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.